All right. Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. We had some technical issues of epic proportions. Well, if you were here for the first stream, this is take two, and hopefully things will go better this time. I really apologize that. But today, regardless, we're going to attempt to get an MCP connector for ChatGPT for my iCloud. So that's what we're doing today. Hopefully things will go better this time. That's what we're doing. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're making a MCP server for ChatGPT. It's actually a lot different than what you would normally do for like codecs. What we're actually going to do is make like a plugin. And a while ago, this was only available for business accounts. They actually made it individual as well. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm excited about this. So I'm going to go ahead and look at getting started here. I'm going to also get everything together. So, all right. So we're doing this MCP thing. We're going to use DigitalOcean. It's going to be connected to my website, and we're going to also use codecs as well. So that's what we're doing. I'm really excited about it. Once I actually can get things going here. All right. Let's see. So, all right. Let's see. Yay, you can hear me again. Yay, thank you guys for coming back here. I'm just promoting it, and I'm just gonna wait a second here. I had some issues, and my headphones died as well, so it's a technical tragedy Tuesday. Wow, that kind of made sense. All right, so we are going to make this a reality. So for those who were not at the first stream and who don't know what we're doing, we are making a custom plugin slash connector slash app, whatever OpenAI calls it, for ChatGPT. Now, you could already do this with Codec for a long time, and you still can. With using it with regular ChatGPT, however, it's a much more involved and lengthy process. And today, we're going to make one from scratch. So that's what we're doing. I'm really excited. As always, if you don't know me, I'm Taylor Arndt. I'm a blind accessibility specialist, app developer, and AI enthusiast. And I love doing this kind of stuff, making AI better for everyone. I also have one note here that I am going to be sharing my audio. So people who understand that I use voiceover and it helps me navigate my computer. I cannot see just like a lot of others, right? So I have to use a screen reader and it reads everything out aloud on the screen. So if you hear a synthetic robot voice coming from your phone, that's what it is. Don't freak out. It's an accessibility feature. And I share it with people so that people know and so that blind viewers are able to understand. And of course, sighted viewers can also get an introduction of how screen readers work. So it kind of works for everyone. So that's what we're doing. And I'm going to get started going into codecs. So by the way, thank you guys for all the likes as well. I really, really appreciate it. All right. So let's get started. I had to unplug my headphones there. And I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully this is not gonna be a tragedy. And all right. So
Window system view audio option.
anybody can tell me if the
Zoom.
display is
Add
blank.
new window.
Hey, stop talking, voiceover.
ChatGPT 11 Super Whisper. Finder. Finder. Desktop ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Do
I'm just
anything.
moving.
Edit.
Hey, shush. You know, with screen readers, sometimes they don't stop. So, all right. So let me know if you guys can see the display. I want to make sure everybody's happy. And then we'll move on. All right. Let's check. Okay. I'm not really hearing them a lot, so I'm gonna make sure. Me. Okay. Okay. I'm not really hearing them a lot, so I'm gonna make sure. Me. I believe that we are good now. So let's finally get this party on the road here. Hey, okay, there we go. Finally, start building. So, all right. I believe that we are all good now. And so I'm going to go ahead and start the process. How is this going to work? Well, it's going to be a standard model context protocol. And if you're not sure what that means, it's a way to connect data to agents and AI. It was made by Anthropic in February of 2025 to try to help bridge the gap between agents and data. It has grown to like 100 or 200 billion in sense of MCPs. There's a lot of them. And it really helps to connect the things that we use every day to our AI agents to ensure that they have the data that they need. Well, ChatGPT and OpenAI has also implemented this. And they've also allowed people to make their own ChatGPT connectors and apps or plugins, whatever you call it today. They keep changing it. And what they are is a simple MCP server. That's all they are. Well, there's a lot more to it than that, but the first step is an MCP server. So what we're going to do is I need to get my work emails in ChatGPT. I've got a couple work email addresses other than my ChatGPT one that's in there currently for my Google account. I also have an iCloud account too. So I need to get that into ChatGPT because I need it to help get things under control. I've got too many emails and I just need help. So we're going to build a custom connector together today. Now, normally this process was not being allowed for individuals. However, OpenAI has made recent improvements to actually make this work. So I'm very happy about this. And today I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Okay. First step is I'm gonna go ahead and get into my ChatGPT. So I use Codex and I use Claude mainly for like writing and things, but Codex is my preferred agent. To help me with this today, I'm gonna have dictation and I like to use Super Whisper, so that will be helping me with this today. And as well, we're going to use our DigitalOcean. I love DigitalOcean. If you guys haven't checked them out, you should. It's a cloud provider just like AWS and Google, but a lot cheaper. And we are using their app platform. It's almost like what Heroku used to be. So we're going to host that on top of my website. So that's what we're using today. That's our stack. And you guys can follow along as well if you would like. Even you can make something that's not related to iCloud, right? You can make something else. So other things is that you can actually submit these for review so that, for example, if people wanted to be able to see these not just in your account, then you could actually submit them for review. It's kind of a lengthy process, and it said it could take up to 6 weeks. I don't have that kind of time. So we're going to make our own, and it will just be available to us. Okay. Let's see. Any questions in chat? All right. So thank you guys for coming back, by the way. And first, I'm going to go ahead and create a new project. So a project in Codex is where I keep all the data for that thing, right? So if I'm working on a project, like a website or other things, I want to keep it separate. And it's kind of all the memories as well are in the project for Codex. So I'm going to go ahead and create one. I'm going to go left here. I'm also using a Mac, by the way, also.
Change permission, add files and more. End of switch branch. Select where they don't work in a change project. Substack search project.
All right, this
Suggestion
is my
new project
Substack
button.
project.
Create project.
I'm going to create one. I just hit new project.
Choose source folders button. Group. You are
Okay.
currently on search text fee Taylor and where. Pop
All
up button.
right. This is
Taylor.
my.
Checkmark Taylor and Command Shift.
Let's see.
Checkmark Taylor and Command Shift H. Search list new folder. List view desktop. Applic a bench des equal 3D mod access desktop. Full applic a
Let's
bench
see.
cold run. Folder made when search
Where's
Taylor
this
and
at?
3 by vertical list menu interact with stop it forward
My
back
developer
inside bar
folder.
table inside Taylor cloud mount couple iCloud drive locations
Let's
downloads
see.
documents desk application favorites shared 3 recents clock image
I'm gonna
favorite app
actually-
desktop
hold
download
on.
location iCloud Techopolis online cloud
What's that
mounter
showing
Taylor
up
and
here?
Macintosh HD Taylor and out of back forward dim list vert 3 by 1
All right.
Taylor and with search text field list
There we
view
go.
tape stream music start public blue picture parallel muse move H Hermie God download document deact developer Code 20 developer folder
I just missed it.
Code 27 WX accessible web WWVRVF Vivid test
All right.
test
We got too many things in here,
notify
so
table app Swift coder jet Swift stream start
I'll
navig
find this eventually.
start
Taylor
start
Yeah, I told you I
prompting
have so many things
social
in here.
radio quill quick prompt prompt
Alright.
prompt perspective
Let's see. And here we
perspective build
go.
perspective
I'm just
projects
pressing down
perspective
arrow.
arms nexus
you know,
nebula
searching is
ML
not
lyra Hermie
working.
hello gem of G web found earshot this source
Alright.
script dict conf commune command code codex codec clue cloud bits connect AFM's adapter gallery
See how many projects I have,
access
y'all?
3D model
Well,
equals
let's see.
desktop folder equals
okay.
Apple Bay table app folder tailored com
I
folder
missed it.
today at 7
Enter.
create project
So this helps you create a project. And what this does is, again, it helps separate things. So first I'm going to create the project. I already did.
cancel create project button. You are currently in a group. Compose change project. Composer change project. Tailored. Do anything.
See, it's at taylorart.com. Change project, taylorart.com. So first thing is I always create a project. Okay. So you got the project. Now what? Now it's time for a prompt. And I like to use Super Whisper for this. So let's check for chats first, though. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to destroy droplets. You know what? No, we're not going to destroy any droplets because today it's a serverless app platform. So what's cool about DigitalOcean app platform, if you guys have ever heard of Heroku, in this instance, what we're doing is we're creating it on DigitalOcean's infrastructure, but I don't have to manage a droplet. All right, so this is really cool. My website is actually here. So if you go to taylorart.com, right, the name of this YouTube channel.com, you could see my website. The way I've written it, people are curious on Mastodon, is I wrote it in Next.js. I use Tailwind. I use Vite, how do you say that? I use React, and I also use for the email, I use Amazon SES. That's called Amazon Simple Email Service. I also went ahead and I use Firebase as well for logins. This site doesn't require it, but a lot of our other stuff does. We are a Firebase company, especially for our push notifications for mobile development. So we like to use a lot of Firebase products. We also, in this instance, we have a lot of other AI stuff as well. So for a lot of our products, we have like OpenAI models and we make chatbots. So those are kind of our stack. All DigitalOcean. Oh yeah, also our storage for our files. We have a DigitalOcean bucket S3. So that's what we're working with today. And I'm gonna go ahead and write up a prompt that will hopefully get us somewhere. The thing else we're going to need is a app password. So Apple requires an app password. What this allows us to do is connect to our iCloud data, right? Because sometimes we can't always do OAuth, but we're going to actually connect to our app data, or sorry, our app password, and that will be able to get our iCloud data. I've already got this generated. In order to do this, you're going to go to appleid.apple.com. You're going to go to your security, I believe, and then app passwords. That's how you're going to do this if you're following along. Okay. Use this exact step as well. Ugh, stack. Wow, I can't get the tongue tied out of my mouth today, y'all. Okay, well, sounds like a plan. All right. So I'm just looking at chats. All right. So first thing is I'm gonna go ahead and make a prompt. So I'm just gonna do option space for Super Whisper.
Application.
I want to make a model context protocol, MCP, that will help bridge the gap for AI and iCloud. The goal of this project is to allow me to use the taylorart.com website and have a /MCP/iCloud that I could be able to have in my ChatGPT or Codex clients to be able to connect to my iCloud and Apple Mail. I already have an Apple app password, and so the goal of this is to create a way where I can be able to go ahead and I can be able to get a API token and I can be able to log in to the MCP through the ChatGPT apps. The goal also is so that I can be able to get all the iCloud data for this account. The things that I want include all the emails. I want to be able to compose, right? So sending. I want to be able to delete, move, archive, and do other email retrieval options. I want to be able to, as well, be able to move email to junk or other folders. I want to be able to have it where I can get the iCloud calendar if possible. If not, then it should be able to have an easy link where I can do this manually. But my goal is to try to get everything in one. And I want this so that ChatGPT can act on my behalf with my iCloud account. So those are my pre-requirements, and I want you to go ahead and ask me any questions necessary to help get this project done. I want you to be able to create a route on my website /MCP/iCloud. That will be for my iCloud server and figure out a way for me to OAuth and do it on ChatGPT or a way so I can keep this secure so that not everybody can use it. We're going to use the app platform to keep the environment variable for my Apple app password.
Close. ChatGPT window. Do anything. Text entry area. Do anything. Line 1. Insertion. I want to make a model.
All right, look at that. I just pasted it in. Sometimes it will auto paste, but
Change. Do anything. Text entry area. I want to make a model context protocol MCP that will help bridge the gap for AI and iCloud. The goal of this project is to allow me to use the TaylorArt.com website and have a group. Do anything.
I just pressed enter. And look, I just used Super Whisper to dictate. Not perfect, right? There's a couple issues, but either way, it got the ideas. All right. Oh, thank you guys for being here. All right. So next thing, I'm gonna press VO left and VO right.
Do anything. Add step planning. I'm going to inspect the existing TaylorArt.com stack and its current deployment /auth patterns first. I'm also using the OpenAI documentation skill because ChatGPT's current MCP authentication and connector requirements are central to choosing a secure design. I'll verify Apple's current protocol limits separately before proposing or implementing anything. You are
Right.
currently on the selectable text. Thinking, collapse step 1/5.
I mean,
You are
it's
currently on the selectable
to-do
text.
list.
Inspect repository, deployment setup, and applicable next. JS/OpenAI guidance verify Apple iCloud mail and cal inspect image. Verify image. Define an image. Implement image. Test end of add files and more.
And those are the tasks. So usually I wait for it to give me like an approval, like a needs approval, and then I can be able to see what it needs and be able to act from there. Because what I want is I dictate, but it also rambles, obviously, so it kind of knows what I want. I'd rather provide more information than needed than not give any information at all. So that's kind of what my goal is. All right, let's see if we got chats. Nope. Okay. I Oh, you're saying DigitalOcean MCP is fun to destroy droplets? Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't think my boss would be too happy. But I do have a DigitalOcean MCP, but I don't think I should do that because, my boss wouldn't be too happy with me. Which, by the way, you guys voted in the last stream that we should have him on for a local AI stream soon. So we're going to try to get that going. He's busy, but I think that you guys really want him on the stream. So if you guys don't know, my boss, his name is Michael Doise. I work at a company of two people, me and him, and we make custom software as well as we do AI consulting and a lot of local AI through our apps. So that's a little bit about us. If you're curious, like, who is this person I just found on the internet? All right, let's check it out. All right, here we go.
Add files and step 1/running.laps. The first important constraint is now clear. Apple's app-specific password is not an oath token. It can power server-side Apple protocols, while ChatGPT/Codex must authenticate to your MCP through a separate Oath 2.1 flow that we control. I'm checking exactly which iCloud categories Apple exposes this way so we don't design an all iCloud promise that Apple's interfaces cannot actually fulfill. You are currently on the selectable.
So I've actually never tried this before, so I don't know if this is even possible. Okay. I don't even know. Like, this could be bad or it could be great. Let's try. Y'all. So at least you're able to hear everything and we're all good. So let me press VO left.
The first important star planning off 0 based collapsed button. Step 1/5. The first important constraint is now clear. Apple's app-specific password star planning off end of group.
When it needs something, I have it set up so that it will tell me through a sound that it needs something. This is actually really cool. I go in the general settings, command comma, and I go all the way to the bottom. And I'm able to set that I can get sounds. So I really like this. It's actually really cool. That way I don't have to actually constantly look at it.
Codex web content.
Oh,
You are currently on web content.
all right. Then it might need my attention now. It also does that where it just kind of makes my focus go all the way around. All right.
Link OpenAI authenticate. The Apple app-specific password remains encrypted in digit ChatGPT/Codex write the secure architecture. Yes, this is feasible for iCloud Mail, Calendar, and Contacts. Apple does not provide supported remote APIs for every iCloud category, so Drive, Photos, Notes, Keychain, Find My, and likely reminders will need secure manual iCloud links instead.
You know what? I don't care about those other items. All right, this is okay. I don't really care about the other stuff, so it doesn't really matter to me. But at least I can get the stuff I want. All right, so this is cool. I'm gonna keep going here.
The secure architecture will be ChatGPT/Codex right arrow oath 2.1 login right arrow https://tailorand.com/mcp/iCloud right arrow imp/smtp/caldav/carddav right arrow iCloud. The Apple app-specific password remains encrypted in DigitalOcean app platform and is never returned to ChatGPT. ChatGPT cannot use a manually supplied API key. Current OpenAI requirements call for Oath 2.1 with PKCE, discovery metadata, scopes, and per request token verification.
I don't know what all that means,
Link
but
OpenAI authentication documentation. HTTP Apple officially supports app-specific passwords for iCloud Mail, Calendar, and Contacts, with Mail using IMAP and SMTP. Link Apple app. Link Apple Mails before I implement it. I need these answers.
All right.
List 6 items. 1. Is the iCloud account turned at iCloud.com? Please confirm the exact address and any aliases you want available in the from field. Do not send the app password here.
No, I
Log
won't.
2. Should version 1 include? List 2 item white bullet mail, calendar, and white bullet mail and calendar only. End of list. I recommend mail, calendar, and contacts. 3. For the Oath login, are you comfortable using an established identity provider such as Auth0, restricted to your exact email address? OpenAI explicitly recommends using an established provider rather than building authentication from scratch. This is my recommended approach.
Auth0. Well, we have Auth0, but we don't use it. And honestly, how do we do this? This is a good question. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that one.
4. When you say API token, do you want only the access token ChatGPT/codex obtains automatically during Oath? Or 5. May I require explicit confirmation for sending mail, deleting mail, moving message? 6. For end-to-end testing, may I eventually send one test email from the account back to itself and end of I have confirmed the existing site is a next. Do anything. Application.
All right, so a couple of things here. My email is taylor@techopolis.app. This is my work iCloud. I have iCloud Business Plus, or sorry, Apple Business Plus for my employer. And I need you to be able to connect to mail and calendar only. I don't really care about contacts. I don't know about authentication because here's the thing. We don't really have any right now for anything like on the site. I think that making just a quick and dirty login that's secure is fine. I don't really care because I'm going to be the only one that accesses it anyway. So it doesn't really matter what you go ahead and do, but I just want to make sure that it's secure and it also conforms to OpenAI standards. And I would say that, yes, it makes sense that what you're planning to do. So I want you to go ahead and do it.
Close ChatGPT window. Do anything. Do anything. Text entry area. Do anything. Line 1. Insert all right. So a couple. Do anything.
Okay, so I just sent that off. You guys are all quiet in chat. What do you guys think? Let me continue left here.
Chat files working for 21. Copy message 8. 20 copy work star designing token. Add change permission.
There we go. Yeah. All right. I'm just letting it go, but you guys are all very quiet. Does this sound interesting? And you guys can follow the same thing. Like if you know you want to connect to something and it's not in the ChatGPT catalog, you could do the same thing. Right. So this is definitely not related just to iCloud. You could do the same thing if you really wanted to. And I recommend it. Try it. I did this earlier this morning for an app that we use internally, and you could also use it as well called Start Testing. And that's how I figure this out. And if you guys want to do this, you know what to do, right? You can actually do this yourself pretty easily once you understand how to do it. The hardest part about this is actually the connecting, right? The hardest part is actually getting the MCP built. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm waiting for Codex to be done. And once it's done, I will go ahead and get this done. I will look at what it wants.
Do anything context. Do add file run it. The OpenAI standards check confirms the server must expose Oath discovery. Use authorization code flow with PKCES 256. Preserve the MCP resource audience. Verify tokens on every call. And trigger linking with the MCP authentication challenge. I'll follow that contract directly while keeping the login single user. The React/Next. JS guidance will also shape the small accessible login screen and root boundaries. You are currently on the text element.
All right.
Loaded tools. Heading level for dependency. Heading level 4. ChatGPT's installation is take long and expected loaded tool. Heading dependency is add files and more.
Dependency installation is taking longer than expected. Okay. Great. I wonder what. Okay. Well, let's see what we're gonna do about that. That's unfortunate. Oh, you really like the dictation for prompts? Yeah, you know what? I have the same problem. And you know what? I love our own app, Transcribe, but Super Whisper is just great for that
Allow
like
once
dictation.
button.
Oh,
You are currently on the button. To deny NPM, do you want to allow downloading the MCP, iCloud mail / calendar, and OAuth dependencies needed for this implementation? And allow approval, allow once to do any.
that's what happens when it asks for approval. It says allow once. Sometimes it makes it sound when it's done, but you know what? I have the same problem. I totally agree. Dictation is awesome. I like it, and it helps me get things done faster. And you will see that this will definitely make it a lot easier for y'all to hear what I'm doing, especially that way I don't have to try to type it, listen to the screen reader, reiterate it. It's easier for me to dictate. Thank you guys for being here, though. Sorry about the technical stuff, though, but thank you guys for sticking with it. I really appreciate it. All right. Yeah, thank you guys. Okay, what are we doing now?
Do anything. Change add cert heading level dependency installation is taking longer than expected, likely while resolving the new MCP and Apple protocol packages. I'm letting it finish before reading this project's bundle next. JS16 root handler documentation, as required by the repository zone instructions.
Oh,
You are
great.
currently on the selectable text. Searching files, add files, and change permission.
All right, still downloading the MCP stuff. Or the dependencies, rather. Still doing it. What are the questions you guys have for me? All right.
Change permit, add files, search heading level of searching for dependency installation is taking long. Searching end of group, add files and more.
All right, still searching, doing something. It's taking a while. And I have it on, what is this? On high. So I have the
Allow once
codex reasoning.
button.
Oh,
You are currently on the button. Deny npm install. Save dev types / node miller types. Deny allow once button. To do anything.
sure, why not? There you go. Okay. Yeah, it depends on what kind of provider you have. So if you have like iCloud, yeah, you'd be doing this. If you have Gmail, there's already connections for this. If you have Outlook, there's connections for this. If you have some other thing like Fastmail and Proton Mail,
Codex
you'd
web
probably be doing
content.
this. All right.
Deny.
And it has to be a cloud MCP because there's two types of MCPs, local and cloud. And so you definitely have to have a cloud for this. You may not use a local MCP. So that's just something to get out of the way. I forgot to ask that earlier and mention that because I was just frantic. But that's the key. You have to have a cloud MCP, meaning it has to be hosted somewhere. So that's important as well. I don't know what email you have, so it all depends. Gmail, Outlook, very covered. Others, not so much.
npm is
All right.
denied but allow once to do any.
And if you are in a business or team workspace, you can actually share these connections with others. So that is also something to note. Does Codex have a plan mode, or was my plan good enough to do the prompt good enough to do the planning? Blah blah. Yeah, so Codex has a plan mode. I often find that it doesn't really get into it. I had a plugin called Superpowers a while ago, and I got rid of it because it honestly took a week's worth of usage by overanalyzing itself. It also took a week of my boss's usage by doing the same thing. It took it in one prompt. It took 18 hours to do a task for my boss. So we got rid of superpowers. You could check it out. It's a pretty good plugin, but it overanalyzes. So honestly, my prompt was good enough. And the other thing to mention is I'm a professional software developer. So when I'm doing this, I'm not quote vibe coding, meaning I'm not like saying do this, do that. My prompts are very specific because I'm developing software for over 9 years. So that with all the respects out of the way, that's kind of how I work just because I've been developing for so long and testing for even longer. You're using regular Gmail. Yeah, there's a connector for personal and Google Workspace. You just go to plugins. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to chatgpt.com. You're going to go to plugins. You're going to find productivity. You're going to find Gmail. You're going to connect. And then it will have access to all your emails. It can read them. It can send them. It can delete them. It can do anything. Yes, including sending emails that you didn't ask it to do and you wanted to approve first. True story. I had it work on one of my work emails the other day, and it literally sent it before I could approve it. I was not too happy, but I'm letting you know. I use this all the time for work because I like to have everything in one place. And I also have a scheduled task that notifies me if I have an important email because I get so many of them. So if you have Gmail, you're good, right? You're good. All right, how's Codex doing? It's not been telling me lately.
5.6 so cons to end change at 3 step 4 reading conflict. The implementation is now underway. I'm keeping the MCP stateless at the transport layer, using signed short-lived OAuth codes and tokens so a deployment restart does not require a database, and using the official CIMD/DCR client registration path so ChatGPT, Codex, and the MCP inspector can connect without a hard-coded client secret.
Oh,
You
that's
are currently
right.
on the selectable
I
text.
don't even have a database on this site. Oh, shucks. Ah, okay. So, for those who just heard that, you're like, what the world? So, yeah, Taylor didn't think this one through. Don't worry though, we're gonna figure this out. Normally, I have databases on all my websites. This is my personal site. There's no database required. However, we have this issue now. However, because it's only a single user, I think I might be okay. Well, that's something I probably should have considered. The next question you're probably asking is, what do you use for databases? That's a good question. So for databases, what we use at Techopolis is we use a DigitalOcean cluster. There are two types of databases that you can buy. First is serverless. This is kind of like where you are having a workload that is idle a lot of the time, but it spins up whenever it needs to do something. So think about, I don't know, I'm filling out a form, but let's say I only get a few form submissions a day. Serverless, right? It's 95% idle. It costs a lot less, but the other problem with it is though, if you get a lot of traffic, it can spike, right? It's almost like a traffic spike. Now, a cluster, on the other hand, is a flat rate price. It's you pay no matter what kind of traffic you get, and it's meant for more active workloads. We have so many projects that are going around the clock, getting data, syncing data, doing cron jobs. And so we had to actually switch from a serverless model, Neon. We use a DigitalOcean cluster for $15 a month that cover all our database needs. So I just thought that it might be helpful for some of y'all. All right. All right. Let's see what else we got. Hopefully you guys find this interesting. I'm waiting for Codex to do its job.
The implementation planning step 11 files change add file shift to any context use it 5 point cons to NJ add 11 step 4 planning mail module. The implementation is now underway. I'm keeping the MCP stateless at the transport layer, using signed short-lived oath codes and tokens so a deployment restart does not require a database, and using the official CIMD/DCR client registration path so ChatGPT, codecs, and the MCP inspector can connect without a hard-coded client secret. You are currently on the selectable.
I forgot I didn't have a database. Well, that's okay. Sometimes this thing happens. All right. What other questions do you guys have? Is this enjoyable to you? All right. I was making sure that everything was still according to plan working. Trust me, after all this stuff earlier, it was just not working well, so I had to fix it. Oh yeah, okay. Question from Mastodon. Is there going to be a video about this topic? Yes, I'm going to make a video. So if you guys want to follow along with a formal video, there probably will be one later this week. I'm hoping whenever I get some time to edit. So if you guys want to follow in a formal video fashion, that might be something that you might be interested in.
12. Planning the heading level. The implementation is now underway. I'm keeping the MCP stateless at the transport layer, using signed short-lived oath codes and tokens so a deployment restart does not require a database, and using the official CIMD/DCR client registration path so ChatGPT, codecs, and the MCP inspector can connect without a hard-coded client secret. Planning calendar. Step 4/12 files changed plus.
All right, still working. Codex takes a while.
13 files changed plus 1869-0.
Hold on. Let me go.
Step planning the implementation.
Okay, somebody's asking what codex plan am I on? Well, $200. I had to upgrade today because I ran out of codex and I was so sad. And then my boss was like, we got more work to do. So, of course I had to upgrade. But oh, it's very enjoyable hearing what the speech is saying. Oh, I'm glad you like the speech. I really do, because I have some people that are just like, you need to turn that synthetic robot off. I'm like, no, that synthetic robot helps me navigate the computer. If I didn't have that synthetic robot, I would not be making this stream. So, yeah, no, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you're having fun. I know we had some technical issues at the beginning. Trust me, I'm going to be figuring that out later tonight. Yeah, definitely having fun. I'm probably gonna be streaming a lot more. I'll probably stream after work. It's really a stress reliever, especially on crazy work days. I've had so much fun tonight, assuming I can get my stuff together. And yeah, definitely gonna be streaming a lot more. I'm really excited. I'm really trying to get to the 4,000 hours of watch time because I want to get monetized, and then I can do even more streams. And we might have a giveaway at 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. We might have a party. Honestly, I think we will. I've been trying to do this for over 5 years, so I think we might have a party. I'm gonna bring in all my friends, my boss. Does your boss is related to you? Okay, this is an interesting one on Mastodon. No, actually, so it's a funny story. Me and my boss, Michael Lois, we met at a NFB convention, National Federation of the Blind, in 2018 in Orlando, Florida. We've been friends ever since during the pandemic. In 2022, I moved to Texas to work for another job. Well, that job didn't work out, so I ended up working for him in 2024. And ever since then, I work for him full time. So yeah, it's fun. You think superpower is more optimized for Claude? I don't know. I hear one of my friends say that they don't like it too. It ran out of their usage. I understand it might be useful for some of them, but I honestly think depending on what you're doing. And another rule I've heard is if you're a professional engineer, sometimes superpower can be way too slow because you know what you want. But if you're a vibe coder, I've heard that superpowers can be a life changer. So I don't know. It's kind of mixed. All right. What other things do we have here? I'm trying to wait for Codex to be done. Codex is so slow. Sorry, all of you hear my speech in the background. I had TTS chat working and then all of a sudden just stopped. So, fun times. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Let's see what other things we got.
The implementation searching. Step 4 14 add 5 change permission to end context use.
This thing is still going. My goodness gracious, Codex. This thing is taking forever. I guess it wants to do a good job. I'm gonna keep it there and see what happens. All right, this thing's still going. Jesus. All right, let's check it out. Come on, Codex, hurry up.
The context. Do add change. Add 9-step running. The heading level for the first lint pass found only one issue in the new UI plus 3 harmless confirmation
Oh,
variable
great.
warnings. Those are fixed. 2 older lint failures remain in the site's existing cookie/analytics components, so I'm separating new code verification from that pre-existing baseline while allow once button. You are currently on the button. Do not extend Viclet email do not allow one. Do not extend Viclet email equals tested example. Com Viclet
No,
underscore
what are
app
you doing?
underscore password equal. Do you want to allow the production build to download the site's existing Google fonts so I can verify the new MCP routes? And do not allow once button. Do any
Okay, well, it needs to really use my iCloud. So,
codecs web content.
oh, Codex
You
is
are currently on web
done.
content. To
Yay.
enter deny button main.
Oh, wait a
And
minute.
do you want terminal? Do you want to allow npm to check the new production dependency tree against the registry vulnerability database?
Yes, please.
np deny allow once but do anything. Change add 9-step running the first heading level the first lint pass found only
All right,
19.
I'm just looking at
Add
this real
change permit.
quick. Let's see what chat has, because I know we're gonna have something. Oh, what the world?
Allow once
Oh,
button.
you want to play with like what they have on SMS, like what they did with Double Tap? Yeah, I think Twilio has an MCP, but even if something doesn't and you want it in ChatGPT, you could do this. Or if you have another cloud MCP that already exists, just use it. You don't have to make something from scratch. There was nothing that I was happy about for iCloud. That's why I made it from scratch. All right, y'all. Let's see. All
Approval options. Allow one deny but allow once do any.
right.
Change add 9-step running and the security audit caught 2 issues worth fixing
Oh
before
no.
deployment. The repository's existing next. JS 16.2.2 is now below patched security releases,
Uh-oh.
and the newest mail parser release pulls in a vulnerable HTML conversion
Oh, good
dependency.
job at
I'm updating next. JS within the same major line and pinning mail parser to the audit recommended safe release. Then I'll rerun the build and audit rather than shipping a known vulnerable dependency tree.
Yeah.
You are currently on the
Thanks for
selectable
making this secure
allow
for me.
once button.
Here we go.
Do any
Thank you.
codecs web content. You are currently on web
Thank
content.
you.
To end
Here we
deny
go.
button main. And do you want end then allow once button do it.
Actually, there's a few things I can do with this.
Codecs web content.
I can.
You are denied button main. Allow once button do it.
All right. Come on. Let this go. Here we go. It's being too slow. This is always good to know because even if you don't want to make a ChatGPT MCP, making an MCP in general is always something cool. So even if you don't want to make something specifically for ChatGPT, I always think that making an MCP in general and then using it the way you like is always a good skill. All right, so no matter what you want to do. All right, what are we doing, Codex?
5.6 con do end chain add 9-step running npm the security audit caught 2 issues. Eval step 4 slash 19 add files.
Okay, so we're still working on our security issues. Okay. Because what we're gonna have to do next is
Allow once
deploy.
button.
Oh, wait a minute.
You are the np. Do you want to allow npm to apply the remaining compatible security update npm and allow once
Yes,
button do any.
please. We're gonna have to deploy this, and then we're gonna have to. Oh, let's see. How am I gonna do this? I'm going to have to deploy it with our environment variable, so I'll stop sharing screen because you do not want to see my iCloud password. I prefer you not. And then after that, we're going to add it to ChatGPT and we're going to test it. And I think that's what we're going to do, right? We're going to test it, make sure it can do everything. And it's going to be great. And I think I can set up a task where if I get you know what? Actually, because I have two different calendars. I've got my iCloud and then I also have my Google for this employer. Because we have a work company calendar, and I wonder if I could set up a task in ChatGPT where any Google events go on the company calendar. That way my boss knows what I'm doing. That might be sweet. There's so many things we could do with this. This is gonna be so cool. Will I make this open source? I don't know. I think open source in terms of
Codex web content.
maybe I'll see the
You are
code,
currently
but I don't. Obviously, you don't want to see my password, and I don't
deny
want you
button
either.
main. And do you want to allow confirming the final production dependent? Do not allow once, but do any
Allow once.
codex web content.
Okay. What's next? All right.
Codex web content expand deny but allow once to do anything.
I'm gonna allow once.
Change add step running at the security audit run 20 add files and change from
I want to make sure we weren't any further than I thought we were.
allow once button.
What are we doing
You are
now?
currently on the button. Do not expand, but nviclet email equals tested example. Comiclet underscore app underscore. Do you want to allow starting the local next JS server so I can run IO with an MCP end-to-end self-test?
Sure.
Do not allow once button. Do anything.
We're getting somewhere here, I think, y'all. Think so. All right. I think this might be possible, y'all. I think this may be really cool. Oh God, yes, 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 yes. I always use allowance. I never allow all because I don't know what it's gonna do. And when I'm dealing with data like this, I do not want any issues. Gosh, don't want any issues. I just don't. Mm. All right, let's see what else we got.
Do anything. Change add file step. This is the core server. Allow once button. Deny nvem. Allow the local end-to-end test script to connect to the temporary MCP server on
Sure.
nvem. Deny allow once but do any.
I don't want to hit allow all because I don't know what it's gonna do, and I don't want to mess it up. So, and then we're almost to that point, I think, where we're gonna have to, um, where I'm gonna stop the screen share because I gotta put in my credentials. Then we're gonna have the fun part. Hopefully, we're gonna test this thing and see if it works. All right.
20 step 4 reading code because this endpoint can send mail and modify a calendar. I'm adding a scope security review of the new MCP/O with code before treating it as deployable. This review is limited to the new integration and its credential boundaries. You are
Yeah,
currently on.
do that. That'd be great. Because I don't want this to have any vulnerabilities. Bots are smart though. If a file's locked for editing, yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. I think I want to make sure we have as much security as possible just because this is not going to be anybody else's MCP server other than mine, right? So I want to make sure that my stuff is secured, right? And I'm really hoping that things will work accordingly. And I'm hoping that I can get rid of a bunch of emails this way. That'd be nice. All right, what else we got? Let me see what we have.
Because this end used get secure started working. Planning pre-flight start security pre-flight button used GitHub integration. Loaded a tool. Red files collapsed. But
Okay.
started planning. Step 4 20 files change. Step 4/5 20 change per do anything.
Great. All right, so we're just doing security checks, and then I don't know what's gonna happen if it already made the login page. I don't know, because then I gotta deploy it. That'll probably take 5 or 6 minutes. So there's definitely a few things that we gotta do yet.
Connect return symbol button group.
Oh, what the?
You are currently on the button. Not now. ChatGPT needs access to Codex security access to help with his request. You are currently on the selectable.
You know what? Oh, shoot.
Not now. Connect return symbol.
Try
But
to
connect.
connect.
Do anything.
This might be very inaccessible. ChatGPT Codex security has some accessibility issues.
Change at
Hold on.
step 4 access get completed request completed reduced GitHub integration
Okay.
access heading secure planning pre-flight step 4/25 step up secure heading level for security review access status could not be verified unknown so protected scan output might not be displayable in the security workbench. This is advisory only. The local source review can continue and is not locked. You are
I
currently
don't know
on
what that means. Okay, great.
planning step 25 at change per UN context use.
That's a little weird, y'all. I don't know what that means, but I've had issues with Codex security as well. I definitely have a ton of issues and it needs to be looked at. I don't know why we're having issues. All right. Do I ever use models except for GPT 5.6 stall high? And Luna was very good for me. It's low cost. Yeah, so honestly, a lot of times I do use the GPT 5.6 stall high because I'm working, right? And I want to make sure it's good quality. However, if I'm doing things like using our start testing, we use Luna there. If I'm doing things such as like mass data entry, I use Luna. If I'm doing things where I don't, where I'm not having a subscription, I use Luna, right? So I need to save money. But a lot of times I use the high because I want to make sure it actually does a good job and it meets the standards so I don't have to keep wasting more tokens. So yeah, that's a good question. And I also have a max plan, so I want to make sure that I'm doing the work that I need to. Yes, Luna as well. Again, I like to use Luna when I'm like making issues or doing things like that.
Change at 520 step 4 update security oaths update codex security scan progress collapsed button.
Okay.
Step 20 add change permit to context.
But yeah, I definitely with this I want to make sure it gets done right because this has all my email stuff in it, so I want to make sure we get that done. All right. This will be really, really, really sweet if this works out. So excited. I'm so excited. This is so cool. It's definitely a process, but all right. Let's check. Here we go. So yeah, this is definitely a process. I'm just getting everything set up here.
Context usage. When at 20 step evaluating send confirmation. The security review is now tracing 4 concrete boundaries. Oath/token issuance, MCP scope enforcement, mail/SMTP operations, and CalDAV/reference handling. The implementation's main controls are in place. I'm validating weaker areas such as proxy-aware login throttling, one-time code behavior across process restarts, and resource limits before changing the source. Evaluating send confirmation step 4/25 add file change per do anything.
I've honestly never seen it do this before, so I'm a little shocked. Just a little bit. I'm like, why is it doing this? What's happening? I don't know. I'm a little shocked. I did not know this would be happening. Is neither bot configured out? Yep, it is. I've never seen it do this so much security stuff before, so I don't know what's happened, but I've never seen this before. Like, this is honestly the first time that I've seen this, and I do a lot of development, so very interesting. But we'll be able to get it done soon, I hope so. Okay.
Do anything change add web step evaluating the security review is now tracing four concrete boundaries. Oath/token issuance, MCP scope enforcement, mails eval step when inspect add change permit add 25 add change do a context
I
use.
don't want to interrupt it now just because I want to make sure it gets done. All right. Thank you guys for sticking around this long. I know it's been kind of rambling, but it's nice that we can actually hopefully get this done. I'm thinking that we're in the home stretch because what I feel like it's just gonna nail this. And then the next part will be doing the credentials. After credentials, then we'll add it to ChatGPT. I'll test it out. I'll send emails. I will try to add stuff to my calendar. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Man, sending my Apple email to iCloud. Oh, that's gonna be insane.
Message 38 do any change add file 20 file.
Oh,
Step eval the security review is now tracing four concrete boundaries. Oath/token issuance, MCP scope enforcement.
what did it say? Oh, am I almost out of my weekly usage?
Search
Uh-oh.
settings, search general,
Let me
current
go
page,
look. Hold
button,
on.
profile, appearance, voice, configure, personal pets, keyboard usage and account usage and billing,
I want to
button,
know how
group,
much I
heading
have
level
left.
1, to
Oh
link on
gosh.
end of your pro 200 view plan credit bike link, 0 current bike autumn can set up bike gift credits general weekly resets August usage remaining 98% progress
Woo!
into resets August 25th, 20, do anything, text,
Oh, dude, I thought I heard like 28% left. Wow, I was freaking out. I was like, how did I almost do the whole $200 plan in a day? I just upgraded earlier this morning. Nope, I heard the wrong number. I heard 98 instead of 38 or whatever I heard. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I got freaked out. Whew. Gosh, y'all. All right, this is what happens when it's 9 o'clock Central. All right, let's continue here. Are you gonna be done now? Soon?
change
I want you
permissions,
to be done.
add 5 went step 4 designing to the security or designing 2-step approval workflow, collapsed, step 20 add change to a context usage.
Now, of course, I want to do it right though before. I don't want to rush through it because I want to make sure this is secure and I want to make sure that I can actually use this in my production. But man, this would be cool if I can. Oh my God, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. And let me see how long I've been going. Been going for wow. a lot. Okay. I've been going for at least 2 hours fully. Wow.
Change add 5 when step assessing the security review is now tracing 4 concrete boundaries. Oath slash token issuance, MCP scope enforcement, mail slash SMTP operations, and CalDAV slash reference handling. The implementation's main controls are in place. I'm validating weaker areas such as proxy-aware login throttling, one-time code behavior across processes, assessing part step 425 add 5 change permission.
Okay, so whoops. Oh, what did I do? Hold on.
Searching for
Ready to call Dad?
No. Cancel. Phew. Jesus. My ex lady wanted to call my dad. I was like, no,
add 25 step assessing
not
part
right
the secure
now.
assess step 20 add change permission.
Jesus. That was funny. Not really. Okay, let's see what else we got going on
Add
here.
20 step 4 assessing partial scan completeness. Collab the security review is now assessing step 25 add 5 change permission.
We're still working on it. We're still. This is honestly, it's kind of crazy how long this has taken. I did not think it would take this long, but yep.
At when step assess the security review is now tracing assess step 20 add 5 change permission.
I've never seen it do this long. Okay. Let me continue this.
When step full list the heading level for the security review is now tracing 4 concrete update
Alright,
step
we're
20
done.
files
Oh,
step
wait.
update code complete codex security scan.
Ooh, yay!
Step 20 add 5 change do anything.
Maybe we're coming to completeness. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe. Don't know. Oh, you don't know. Goodness. Alright, let's check it out.
Add 5 when step evaluate heading level the review found no direct oath bypasser Apple
Oh, good.
credential leak, but it did catch issues worth fixing
Uh-oh.
before production. Refresh
Oh,
token
no.
replay, process local login slash code state, AI supplied confirmation, recurring event ambiguity, stale attacks, and 2 resource limit gaps. I'm correcting the self-contained issues now. Durable token slash rate limit state will need a
Okay.
small shared store rather than pretending process memory is enough.
Well,
You are
honestly,
currently on the
at some
selectable.
point we may have to just here. This is honestly a little ridiculous.
The review design step 425 step designing post. The review found no direct oath.
Let's me continue. All right. Tell you what. Let's do a BRB. I'm going to mute and zoom.
Allow once button.
Oh, wait a minute.
You are
Hold on.
currently on the
Maybe
button.
not.
To
Take
click
that
this
back.
button, press Control Option Space the npm install page and the npm install allow approval allow
Well,
once to do
all right.
anything.
Tell you what. I'm gonna go mute, and that way I'm gonna go get a couple things done real quick. We're gonna take a 5-minute break. I realize I've not done that yet, so we're gonna do that real quick, and I'll see you guys in 5 minutes.
Finder Zoom Zoom audio up mute audio. You are currently on the menu button. To click this button, press Control Option Space. You are muted now. Unmute. Press CMD plus tilde to open pop-up. Zoom. Us has new window. Stop video audio options menu button. You are currently on the unmute my audio, unmute my audio.
All right. Well, unfortunately,
Unmuted.
I'm back. Well, okay, maybe fortunately, unfortunately. Either way, I couldn't stop my video in Zoom because Zoom was like not working for a second. It kind of froze. So unfortunately, that's how that went. And either way, I just went to go get a drink. Diet Coke. So yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, let's check it out.
ChatGPT,
Well, I better
ChatGPT,
go share my
Chat
screen.
Zoom.
Might be very helpful. Oh, I was already sharing. Oh, I wasn't showing it. Oh, Zoom. All right.
I mute audio of started. Zoom. Mute my audio button. ChatGPT.
How's Codex
5
doing?
content to add sweat step to the heading level for review found no direct oath bypasser Apple editing step 4/20 add change permissions.
All right, still going. Oh my goodness. I think it made one leap maybe, but otherwise it's still. Well, I think what we're gonna do is if this goes beyond 10, we're gonna call it and do part 2 tomorrow or next night.
Email from the account.
All right. Come on, Codex, let's go.
Change permit to change add sweat step to the review heading level review found no direct oath bypasser Apple credential leak, but designing token issuance and rotation logic collapsed step 4/24 for add files
Here,
and
I'm
more
gonna
collapse
say
change permissions add to anything text enter here this. You are currently DONER. So question mark. Do anything text enter.
can we get this done sooner? Like, gosh. I just typed it out, but man, I want this done. Like, I wanna test it and I wanna go to bed, but either way, it's fine. Okay, let's see.
Add sweat step plan copy message planning approval integration for cop 9. Can we get this done sooner? 9/17 copy plan step 24 5.
All right, come on, Codex. You know what to do.
24 files changed plus 4020-5. Yes, heading level yes. The core MCP already works. The
Oh.
extra time was the security review. I'm stopping scope growth now and finishing only the required hardening, tests, and deployment handoff. The remaining blocker for the live route is your private production configuration, not more feature work. You are
Great. I like security, but at some point, security is just like
Allow once button.
overkill.
You are currently on the button. To click this button, press Control Option Space. Deny expand button. Not expand weekly email. Deny allow once button. Do any change add step running. The hardened code now type checks and passes its scope lid. I'm running the same end. Allow once button. You are currently on the button. To click do anything text entry area do anything line 1 insertion at beginning of text. You are currently on the text area. Add step 3 the hardened code now type checks and passes its scope lid. I'm running the same end-to-end oath 3 step 20 add file change to a context user.
All right, we're getting closer, I think. I really do. Oh, yes.
Codex web content. You are currently on web content. To enter the web area, press Control Option.
All right, we're almost there. We're gonna get there.
Expand button NVIC allow the corrected temporary local server to find NVIC to allow once but to do it.
We can do this.
Codex. Web content.
Okay.
Deny button. May allow once. Button.
There we
Do
go.
anything. Text entry area. Do anything. Line 1. Insertion at beginning of text. You are currently on the text area.
I did not think, to be honest with you, it would take that long. I was thinking maybe about 10, maybe about 20 minutes. But either way, Codex loves to surprise us. But you know what? I think it's actually going to do a good job. And I'm glad, because I really need this for work. So this will be really cool. Let's see if I can actually.
Add web step 3 to the hardened code now. Type checks and passes its scope lid. I'm running the same end-to-end oath/MCP test once more against the revised token rotation. Signed references. Request limits. Allow once. Button. You are currently on do anything. Text entry area. Do anything. Line 1. Insertion at beginning of text. You are currently on the text area.
I'm just waiting for this to tell me what it wants.
Do anything. Add web step reading the hardened code now. Type checks and
Okay.
passes its scope lid. I'm running the same end-to-end oath/MCP test once more against the revised token rotation. Signed references. Request limits. And approval flow. Then I'll stop and give you the shortest possible secure production checklist. You are
Great.
currently on the selectable text. Planning step 24. Add change permissions. Do anything.
All right, we'll see if it's short, Codex.
Codex. Web
Nope,
content.
what do we want now?
Deny button. May allow deny npx tsc. No emitted and npx. Then allow approval. Allow one to do it.
Boom. All right, so Codex is working on more stuff. I think we're getting a lot closer than we were. I've hopefully sped it up a lot more. I would like it to do more security stuff on some of my other stuff, though. It'd be nice.
5.6 so on do any add web step revising approve the hardened code now. Type checks and passes its scope lid. I'm running the same end-to-end oath/MCP test once more against the revised token rotation. Signed ref. Allow once. Button. Deny us. Allow a read-only check of configured Apple Mail account addresses to confirm the exact techopolis. App spelling. You are currently also
Okay.
allow once. Button. You are currently on the button. To click this button, press Control Options. Deny button.
No,
To do
let's say
anything,
deny.
text entry area. Select A Y L O R. Taylor exclamation mark.
I don't
Add.
know.
TECOPOLIS A. T app I is A. IEIEAOL LIOAM EEAIL.
You guys can have that
Do
email.
anything.
I don't care. You know, that's my work email, so. Don't care. All right.
At 20 step planet 4. Confirmed. Taylor Techopolis. App. I'll use that for both mail and CalDAV unless app codex, web content,
Sure.
add files and more. Cannot fork, bad, good cop, show package, dot read, review, undo, review, edit, review, Taylor one final approval. May I use the existing Techopolis Postgres database with a separate? You Taylor underscore iCloud underscore MCP. ELARC schema. Existing tables will remain untouched. After that, only the Apple app password needs secure entry into app platform. You are currently on the text.
I prefer not, but sure.
RE.
All right.
Zoom. Zoom. Mute my.
So this is where I have to unfortunately stop sharing because we've got credentials. So I don't want anything to show. So I stopped sharing. What I'm doing right now is I'm working on getting it into our database. So this is kind of the point where we're getting closer and we just got to get our production secrets in here. We're going to finish this eventually, I think. All right, got that working. Now, okay. So it's adding to our database that we already have with DigitalOcean. Awesome. All right, so I'm waiting on it for it to finish. So this is where it's adding to our database. And so that way it's creating credentials. And then once it's done with that, I add this, I deploy. And then once I'm done deploying, at that point, we will test it into ChatGPT. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. And I think this will be great. We'll see. I'm hoping that it will work well, though. Oh, hold on. All right. We got chat real quick. Heck yes. So, ChatGPT has something called computer use, browser use. It can fill out a lot of forms for me on the web. It fills out forms that are inaccessible for me. I love it. It saves me so much time. It can help me do things even more efficient than I already can do them. So yeah, great question. I love the browser use from ChatGPT. It's a plugin. It's called computer use. You make sure it's installed, and then boom, it can actually, you know. All right. Now, we're just adding this to the database. We are, yes, that's fine. I'm just allowing for database stuff again. Sure. Go ahead. All right, just approving. Yes, they are. I love browser MCP. All right. I'm almost out of the secure portion. Why couldn't I do it before? Because I didn't have the values I needed, so I had to do it now. So that's why we stopped sharing screen. I'm waiting to get it done. Oh, and then what will happen is we'll deploy it. Okay. Yes. All right. So I'm just adding our app to the cluster. Okay. Next. I'm asking it how it wants my app password because I'm not sure how I'm supposed to give it to it. So that's what I'm asking it now because I want to make sure I have everything in a row. So that's kind of my thoughts. And then I'm hoping, I okay, what it's saying is add it to DigitalOcean. I can't do that. It wants me to try to add it to DigitalOcean myself. Can't do it. It's not accessible, so I always have it AI do it through the CLI, but okay, let's think here. All right, now it's getting my app password from my notes, Apple Notes, because it gets it and then I can make sure it's secure, or I could also rotate it if I need to. But that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Great. I'm glad you want to investigate that. We're almost done with this part. So once I get the credential, it's going to make sure everything is deployed. And then I got to figure out what the next step is after that. All right, let's check it out. Wow, context automatically compacting. Wow. I think they updated the context window on this model today. This is honestly incredible. All right, let's get my notes. Yes. All right, I think we're almost done with this encrypted stuff. Hopefully. Thank you guys for being here. All this, like, oh my gosh, almost 3 hours. Ooh, all right, y'all, let's check it out. Okay, so it's making a separate login in the Mac keychain. Okay. I don't know how that's gonna work. All right, so right now I got credentials and I'm working on. Hmm, what are you adding? Okay, so it's adding something to my keychain. You think the ChatGPT hallucination problem is over exaggerated? Yeah, I kind of wish it did too, but I think it's also a legal disclaimer. It has to make sure it won't get sued. So that's why it always says that ChatGPT makes mistakes. They have to please their lawyers. Part of it. All right. So, I think honestly, we're almost getting to the point where we can deploy this thing, which is so cool. And then it's all about figuring out how we can add it to ChatGPT. Luckily, I've already done this before, so. Okay. Working on this now. All right, we're gonna keep adding more secrets. Okay, what else we got? Okay. Oh no. Shoot. Shoot. All right, so it's saying something about CLI got blocked or something. Shoot. All right, let me go ahead and fix that. Don't know why this happened. Okay. Great, it's encrypted. Oh no. Okay. All right, so we're getting closer. Right now, it's just doing a little bit more testing. Woo! All right, we're pushing to the GitHub, which means we're deploying. So what we're doing now is once we're done deploying, I'm going to reshare the screen and we're going to do the last part of this tutorial. What? Okay, that's for secrets. Okay, so we're building web right now, so we're getting done. Great. That's active. All right. So we're getting close. So I'm working on this now. Um, Alright, so we're still working on credentials. Oh, our digital ocean is done. Alright, let me probably reshare my screen. Just a second here. It's just testing something real fast. I'm gonna close some things here. Alright, we're getting to the final stretches, everybody. Isn't MCP yet? No, no. I'm waiting for credentials, although we're almost deployed. Nope. We're almost deploying, but almost. Hold on. Let me check it out here. I almost wish I had like a sound effect to play, like, yay, we have MCP server. God. Well, let me go check something real quick. I think it's taking so long. All right, so we've got it works on the site now. I'm just trying to get the ability so I can add it to ChatGPT. So we're almost there. So stick around. We just need to get it's already deployed. So all right. So it's fine. It's fixing one bug, I guess, a minute. I don't know what it's doing. So we're getting there. Good question. Am I gonna keep the MCPD codecs or is there a different harness? No. It's gonna go into codecs. Actually, mostly it's gonna go into ChatGPT. I'm not putting this into codecs. I mean, I can, but I was not planning on it because I already can access iCloud other ways. But that's a good question. All right, we're almost there. Hold on a second. What's going on here? I don't know. Oh goodness. Ooh. Okay. All right. I'm just asking how do I log in? 'Cause it's not very clear. Well, we do have an MCP. I'm just waiting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm waiting until the code is done and we're gonna actually add a ChatGPT. Then I'll reshare. So that's kind of what I'm waiting to do because honestly, we got a lot of credentials going on. So we're almost there, I think. All right. We are about there. I'm literally about ready to go share back the screen. I just need to get one detail confirmed. And then I'm going to show you guys how it works. If it actually works at all. I hope it does. Oh my god, that'd be... All right. Almost there. All right. I'm just getting one detail a minute. Okay. All right. So, I'm just checking one more thing a minute. Then I'm about ready to show it once we can get this done. Oops. I'm trying to get the instructions because it's being really weird. Hold on a second. I can't find the password it generated for me, so I'm like, "Ugh." Okay, almost there. Oh no. Okay. All right, we gotta fix something. All right, so all right. So I've got all the instructions except one thing. I need the keychain. I need the password. I need the master password. So let me get my keychain password here. And then we're gonna do this thing. All right, let me find. Okay. I can't find this. Hold on. All right, almost got the password. I can't find the password. That's the only thing that's blocking us, folks. Once I find this dying password, I can get this done. So let me get the password. I can't seem to find it. Isn't it just awesome when you can't find the password you need, even though, well, ChatGPT or Codex is like, it's actually right here in this keychain. Yeah, gosh. Okay, hold on. Let's find this keychain password. Please do something. Oh, okay. All right. I think I got a password. We're gonna find out. Okay, let me share my screen.
Dock the top button. Dock. Zoom.
We have
Zoom.
reached
Us as message map. Safari. Oh, Safari.
the top of this tutorial.
Smart search.
We've created MCP. We have seen Codex go absolutely insane for security. We've seen DigitalOcean deployments. We have been able to push to GitHub. It is on my website. We have seen issues with retrieving passwords. We have seen long coding sessions and probably a lot of my usage gone. However, we're at the point where everything is turning into what we want. We're at the point where I think we have an MCP, and I'm at the point where I hope we have an MCP because it's getting way too late and I'm getting really tired. So, how do we add this to ChatGPT? You're probably wondering that. Well, let me go through it. First, I'm going to go to chatgpt.com.
Open location. C. Select E. Unsel GPT chat query. O. Unsel selection replaced. Closing menu. Vertex chat main. Heading
Now,
level 1.
I'm going to go and find.
Heading level 1. What's on your mind? To add files out of main. End of temporary chat. End of select work. Radio. Get dash add. Ask question. Select banner. Tailor on. End of tailor on.
I'm going to go to
Personal.
my personal.
Banner. Select chat. Ask question.
Maybe.
Ban. Tailor. End of
Hold
chat.
on.
This tailor on. Personal account. Open profile menu. Profile image. Tailor on. Profile. Selected. Personalization. Select horizontal. Settings. Selected.
I'm going to go to settings.
Search settings. Tab. General. Notify personalization. Plugins. Selected. Tab.
Plugins. Haha. Plugins. Whatever.
Void billing use data controls. Select heading last heading heading and turn on button work net reset chat GPT work button.
Hold
Data
on.
end of key account trusted forensic safety storage cloud
And
data
plugins
usage
in it.
billing voice plugins selected tab 4 of 6 setting plugin heading level 3 manage plugins you've installed.
I'm gonna go all the way down here.
Heading not
Oops.
permissions
Ah.
PDF
There's no headings.
plugin present sales
Actually,
stretch
no,
start
there's
test
heading.
zoom visit link end of plugin link developer
I'm
mode.
gonna go all the way down there. I'm not gonna open it. Because I already have this on. I'm gonna go. Actually, here, let me show you. I'm gonna turn on this. Developer mode.
Secured heading level security keys and pass
Oh,
heading level 3 multi-factor of end of key account trusted parental safe store cloud data usage billing select voice select plugins person plugins selected
keeps going all the way down the bottom.
heading man permit build
Okay.
iOS mail Google jam neon notion present save scratch start zoom visited link developer mode visited link browse plugins visited link developer mode. Secure heading left security keys and passkeys heading add off use of text message text act lock developer mode and when the link learn when enabled dev mode enforce CSP and developer mode allows you to link learn more allows you to add on link elevated developer heading level for the link allow link learn more developer mode allows you to add unverified connectors that could modify or erase data permanently. Use at your own risk. Learn more on Switch.
Okay, you turn that little sucker on. All right, so we got developer mode on. All right, check. We accidentally went too far. I thought we had an inaccessibility problem. We don't. It's just me running like crazy. Now, what do? Well, first thing is we can't create a plugin slash app over here. So what we got to do, and this took me 3 hours to figure out, so I want to tell you this now. We have to go over here. So let me go find it a minute. We have to go to Browse App, Plugins.
Link allows you to add link. L is develop heading locked out link. Learn helps
Let me go
locked out
find that.
heading active heading level 4. End of keyboard account. End of keyboard heading level change a shortcut. Head keyboard and keyboard trust parental
We'll go back to
secure safety
plugins.
storage cloud browser data usage billing select voice select regions selected
Might be
tab
easier
4
because.
bill usage date class store save correct trust
Alright.
keep end of keyboard heading to change a shortcut heading
Hey,
level 3
enough of that.
save storage cloud data usage billing select voice select regions selected tab 4 of 16. You are heading level 3 plugins.
Plugins.
You
I
are
just did
currently on
headings.
managed boot permissions. Choose when check build iOS app build web calendar codec default the script document GitHub mail Google Jam Neon Notion PD plugin present sales safe spread start test zoom visited link browse plugins.
I'm gonna go
You are
browse.
currently on the link. To heading chat visited link home.
I'm gonna go 8
Heading
settings.
level 1 plugins. Work with chat search. Search plug end of search create app button.
You go here.
New
Create
plugin
app.
web dialog with 2 end of file icon. PNG only
Alright.
name. Misspelled custom tool insert select all.
We're gonna call this
You are currently
iCloud.
iCloud backslash ULCI. You are currently on the text field CLOUD misspelled Icloud. DUOLCI. CLOUD misspelled Icloud. Close it DUOLCI. You are currently on the text
Alright,
field. Closing
so
menu.
iCloud,
Misspelled
here
custom
we go.
tool D insertion on word.
Oh,
I
okay.
selected.
Where we
Closing
There we
menu.
go.
Misspelled custom LOUD misspelled Icloud.
Okay, whatever.
You are currently on the text field MC.
MCP.
MC explain what it does in a few words. Insertion at
I don't
beginning.
really care about this description. It's not for anybody else except for me.
Connection radio group. Server U tunnel radio button. Connection. HTTPS
Let's see.
/ server URL selected. Tunnel.
Oops. Wait a
Server
minute.
URL radio button. One of selected server.
I'm gonna select server URL.
HTTPS / exam paste T6. Save as
hold on.
/. Of HTTPS / example com / CT6 uso JSF1 eyes.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna paste in. I'm gonna write my URL.
TAYLOR HTTPS : You are currently on the text field inside of a web dialog. To enter text in this field, type. To exit this group, press TAYLORANDE. Misspelled COM. Taylor M. CE. Misspelled ICLOUD.
This will not work other
Misspelled
than
iCloud.
for me.
Authentication collapsed.
Oh, well.
Advanced custom MCP link. Learn. I understand.
I
Check.
understand.
I open link. Create button. Link. Read the create button.
Create.
You are currently on the
Alright, I created. I accidentally pasted some random stuff from my clipboard.
set
I
web
don't know what's
dialog.
there. Alright.
Close, and 6 more
Alright,
close,
now.
and close Icloud MC heading level sign in with permissions always sign in with Icloud MCP button.
Boom.
About, blank, content selected, main, heading chat G list 6 item, bullet offline,
Look at that.
bullet, end of this, private M, insert authorized, button, insertion at beginning of text.
Paste
Private
my
M,
super secret key.
private, authorized, end of authorized,
Authorize.
55% loaded. The authorization session is invalid or expired.
Uh-oh.
Main. Heading level 1.
hold on.
This password is for the oath client is requesting access to Taylor's disk via private M insertion at beginning of text. Private M beginning end of text.
Alright, hold
To
on.
open the autofill menu. Zoom.
Knew
Zoom.
something was gonna
Unmute
go
my
wrong.
audio button. Group.
Alright. So we almost got this done. I was gonna get my password. I know, plugins. It always does this, okay? Really, seriously. Alright, so I'm fixing this issue. We knew something was gonna go wrong. Just come on. Okay, why is my station not working? I'm gonna actually browser use a second to figure those out. And I didn't want to share my screen because I got passwords. Man. Man. Alright, let's check it out. All right, so I think I know what the issue is. I had it set for like access codes and my code session timed out. Boo. So let's check this out real quick. All right, let's push this again. Let's put this up now. I'm gonna go ahead and once we get this done, then I will show you guys how to actually get the most out of this. We'll do this for a minute and then we'll end the stream. We're gonna get this done though tonight, I'm sure. I'm surprised you guys are still with me. You guys are still here. Thank you. All right, we're gonna get this done eventually. All right, so great. Okay, so now what I'm doing is waiting for a deploy. There was a bug. I had to fix it. The bug is that the authorization session timed out, so I'm not sure why, but I gotta figure out what's going on. So I had to do a diagnostic push. Then what's going on is once I re-share my screen, I'll show you guys the finished process of this. All right, come on, let's go. Not sure why this happened, but we're gonna get this done. Is it perfect? Heck no. Nuh-uh. Nope, 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 nope. Does it get the job done? Hopefully. We're gonna find out in a minute. Hopefully. We're gonna see what happens here. Mm-mm. All right, what we got going on here? Come on, just get it done. Here. All right, so ChatGPT is helping me a minute. Again, this is not perfect. This is not perfect at all. However, it gets the job done for now. I want to improve it later, maybe another stream, but let's check it out. Oh, man. Okay. Come on. All right. What are we doing, Codex? I want this done. Let's see. All right, so we're getting closer. We just gotta fix this issue a minute. I don't think we have to redeploy, but let's see. Let's check it out. All right. It's asking me a question, so let's check it out. Let's see if it will actually work this time. Then what we're gonna do is I'm not gonna let's see. Hold on. Oh no. Hold on. Oops. Ah. Apparently a domain was overriding the SSL certificate. It's cool. That's slow mode or whatever this is called. Um Shoot. All right. Well, let me check it out now. And ah, all right. We have to wait. I want to get this done so that you guys can go to bed. Oh man. Okay. Oh man. Okay. I asked it, do I have to wait? It's like, yes. I was like, oh man. Oh well. You'd think Kodak's be able to fix all this stuff before it even, I don't know. All right, so we're almost done with that. I'm just waiting for a new version to come up. Now, what's going to happen after that? Sorry, this is taking a lot longer than I would have expected. Gosh. Thanks for the like, by the way. All right. That's called a screen reader. Okay. Come on. Oh, now my voiceover crashed. Ooh, fun times. Okay. Let's get this sorted out here. All right. We're still working on the deployment. You told me another minute, AI. Rude. All right, come on. Let's get this out of the way. Let's go. All right, so oh, thank God. So it's in the final build stages. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. All right, so we have a new version up. We're gonna test it. So we might be at the end of this here, folks. Let me test it a minute. Woo! Oh no. Okay, good. Wait a minute. All right, I think we're getting the end of this. This was definitely a project, and let's see if it even works. Can you believe if it didn't? Oh, that would stink. All right. Ugh. All right. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Come on. Let's go, ChatGPT. See, so we got this done, and now okay. Oh, thank God. Okay. So it's pasting it in right now. Right. Oh no. Uh-oh. What did we do wrong? Oh no. Okay. It didn't work. Oh no. Shoot. Ooh, hold on. It did not work. Let's see. Um, why is it not working? Ooh, it is? I just did. Hold on. It says, hold on. It said, hold up. Let me go look at the screen again. The heck? I don't understand why this isn't working. Shoot. I know I did. Hold on. Let me refresh. Let me try this again. right. Look, hold on. All right. Um, it is not working well. Shoot, we're almost there. Like, I just want it to work at this point because it's not, I can't get the password to work. Okay, so I think I know what is wrong. Hold on a second. Let me test it out real quick. And then we're gonna either test it or we're gonna have to make a part two because this is a little insane. Yeah, at least we got the thing done, mostly. All right, let's test it out, see if we can get down there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rescan for tools and I'm gonna relog in. And I think maybe because it's saying I don't know. I'm gonna go check it out in a minute. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, it's rotating my password? What? Does the bot know that? Yeah, well, yes, the bot does know that. Unfortunately, it does. Because it designed it. So, here's what we're gonna do. Alright. I'm gonna get this working. And then maybe just do it. Alright. So, alright, so I'm doing another deploy because it broke it broke a sign-in issue. It wanted to rotate a password, which I didn't ask for. God dang it. Alright. Keep breaking my stuff, Codex. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna test this again. Alright. So it's all right. So I'm gonna reconnect. I need to make sure. All right. Uh, ah, all right.
Participants.
Look at this. Maybe. Hold on.
Annotate. Move right. Annotate. Move up. Button.
Hey, enough of
Annotate.
that.
Move right. ChatGPT. Zoom. Finder. Super Whisper. Safari. Menu bar.
The world.
Annotate.
Hold
Current
on.
location. Left bottom corner. Select. Not select. Zoom.
Me.
Zoom. Annotate. Move right. Button. Zoom. Us as new window. ChatGPT.
Hold
Zoom.
on. I don't have.
Zoom.
I can't move. Give me a minute here. Well, it says it's connected. Let me share. Try this
Mute. You are
again.
mute. Audio of started screen share. Zoom. Us at Safari. Safari. Search. Close. List 1 visited. Link. New chat. Shift. Command
Let's
1 of
see.
2. You are currently on the link. To click this link. Search. New tab. Button. Out of tab. Verse. Chat.
Let's see if we can get this thing
Close. Link.
working.
New link. Scheduled. Visited. More. Click in. List 1. I chat. Taylor. Band. Select chat. Ask chat. Word. End of. Select word. Get tasks done. Chat. Selected. Radio. Word. End of. Temp. End of main. End of main. Add chat with chat G. Hi. Thinking of chat with chat G. Okay. Wow. Okay. L. O. Okay. Look. A. At. A. C. L. O. U. D. Miss. S. C. P. Misspelled. M. C. P. C. A. N. O. U. U. S. E. N. C. A. I. L. Email. F. Actions available. Space. Space. O. 2. T. A. L. O. R. Taylor at. Actions available. T. A. Y. L. R. A. R. N. D. T. Miss. C. O. M. Thinking. Thinking. May. End of more. But share chat more. End of main. End of main. Okay. Heading level. Okay. Look at the iCloud. Your mess. Copy. Mess. Share. Edit. End of heading. Yes. I can send it through your iCloud MCP. You are
Ooh.
Taylor subject. iCloud MCP test. Body. Confirm and I'll send exact response at copy reader shares with more end of chat G add files and more D. Actions available.
Is this
You are
gonna work?
S-E-N-D-O-W.
Oh my.
Thinking. Actions available. You are currently on the tab chat send heading level 4 sending confirmed iCloud test email chat add file chat with add heading level 4 you said okay look at the your mess copy share edit end of heading yes 2 sub doc and respond reader shares with more end of heading send your message action copy share edit end of heading iclet MC heading level 2 allow chat sends and see that share this contact Taylor at the end of always do not allow once button no action available button
Ooh. This
thinking
might work.
work for a few seconds.
Yay.
Okay, look your message. Okay, look at the IQ. Hi.
Oh
End of
man.
heading level 4. You said start dictation button. End of heading
I think
level
it
out
might
of May.
work.
End of more share chat end of list.
I'm
E
gonna look at my emails.
Q actions add chat end of more switch reader covers by open tool. The iCloud MCP requires one final approval before it can send. Open the approval prompt / link it provided and approve the send. Open work for a fuse. Open tool call list call tool button. The Microsoft read with more end of chat add files and chat with chat GPT space SENT send hit action the now. IAEOVE. Thinking. Add chat with chat G. Think. Got it. Heading left. Got it. I will complete the send now using the approved iCloud request. Sending test email via iCloud MCP. Thinking. Got it. Iclet heading send seed share discount tail end of all with the allow once button. No action available button heading okay look at the iCloud add file chat high
Oh my
end
gosh.
of shift end control thinking chat add heading level 4 you chat high W.
Dude, I think
Actions
this might
available. Add
work.
chat. Think. Got it. Heading level. Got it. I will complete the send work. Open it. Still has not sent. The
Oh,
iCloud
no.
MCP created a brand new approval request instead of recognizing the please approve response actions. Please approve the newest iCloud MCP approval prompt. After that, copy or greater switch more add chat with hi. Thinking F
Let me
start
double
start start start
approval.
end of start high end of heading level 4 out of end of main end of more share Taylor end of list link channel per link bookkeep chat with
Where's
chat
the
GPT text and add
approval
chat
at?
end of more act switch model copy or response please approve that it still has not sent. Open tool call list call tool
Oh, wait.
button. You are currently on the but work for 10 open tool call list call tool but it still has not sent button call tool. Iclet MC mails request copy left respond copy left it's the please respond copy or readers switch more end of chat add chat with chat GPT text O2 APROVE how to approve.
Okay,
Thinking.
I think I almost got
heading
this.
heading level 4 use chat with chat GPT text entry area add chat end of respond more action switch share grid copy respond the current request expires after about 10 minutes. Once the page says it on that page, activate the button or link label to open the newest approval link from the iCloud MCP request. The heading end of edit mesh share copy or met out heading level 4 E U W where is the link?
I
W.
don't understand where the
Chat
link is.
think
This is
heading
not
end of your
helpful.
message
I don't get it. I don't know what happened. I think this is the only problem we have, though.
end of heading here link open link
Oh, wait.
http external site web dot end of air link link copy link http link open link web content open link in new tab heading review the heading left braced link email text private and approve end of main approve this exact insertion at beginning of text private MCP password insertion at beginning of text paste.
Not
You
this
copy this token
again.
into the pen heading the exact heading level 2 exact action. Left brace link text heading copy the one end of main one time approval token clickable text copy this token into the pending MCP tool call. It works only for the action above and expires shortly. One time approval copy this token into the pending
Oh my
MCP
god.
misspelled UB5E1 shortly.
Alright.
Shortly. You are currently on the selectable misspelled UB5E1 U selected. Shortly selected. Misspelled UB5E1 U selected. Copy misspelled UB selected. Copy of misspelled UB5 misspelled UB5E1 3 U3 HCJ2 Beer 74 8 of 6 JSVK8SE. Actions available. You are currently on this end of one time approval token and misspelled UB5 misspelled UB copy.
Alright.
Action web content. Show sidebar button. Show sidebar.
Yeah, this
You
is
are
kind of a little
web content left brace show sidebar button.
I do not like this.
Show side close
I
tab.
need to fix it, but
Send iCloud
I
email
don't have
web
time
content
for that now, so.
Actions available this paste. Thinking. Add chat think heading end of edit share copy your add heading level 4 add this UB your meta share edit end of heading sending test email with approval token. Chat add files and more.
Alright, I just added that as a fake token. I made sure.
Okay, look at the iCloud M grave accent.
Okay.
Add chat end of more add switch share reader response of the email. I added that approval token and tried to send the email, but the send was
No.
blocked by OpenAI safety checks before it reached your iCloud MCP. So the email was not sent from this attempt. The approval token itself looks like the right kind of value. The block is occurring on the ChatGPT tool call side, not because you forgot the response actions. Copy response.
Alright, here's the deal. This is not working. We may have to do a part 2 or I'll follow up. But I can't get this to work right now and it's really late. Yeah, I don't know why I did this and I don't like I can add the MCP, but I think the way it made the MCP, let's follow up with this later. I think it almost works. It's just not working great right now. So let's follow up later. I'm tired and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This was a good stream. I learned a lot and I hope you did too.